Hello, ladies and gentlemen on YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to another side quest about video games with Exile Magpie.
Hello!
Of course. Well, I mean, there has been news, but to be fair, it's mainly been Blizzard.
Yes.
It is mainly been
Blizzard is still the...
And it should be.
Yes.
It should be. It definitely should be.
Blizzard is still the ongoing thing right now.
But other than that, there really hasn't been much. So this one's not probably going to be massively long, but we'll talk about certain things. So we'll talk about Blizzard first. Developments have happened. Nothing really to do with obviously any sort of monumental progress, as in working conditions. Anything to know about the lawsuits?
Nothing positive.
Nothing to do with the lawsuits. Anything like that has come out. It's just been free, at least as far as we know, 3 people have left the company. I do believe they've been let go. They haven't just left themselves on their own.
On their own terms.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know the exact details. They could have been given handshakes.
Yeah, we don't know if they've been given the golden handshake or anything. We just know they're no longer working at Blizzard. And they are the Diablo 4 game director, Louis Barrage. Baraga, that's the one. I'll get there in the end.
Name pronunciations, our strong suit. Not.
Lead designer Jesse McCree, who, if anybody didn't know, McCree from Overwatch is actually named after.
Yes.
And the World of Warcraft designer Jonathan LeCraft, which is actually quite kind of...
Yeah. Now, I don't know exactly which ones, but I know at least 2 of them are apparently in that picture of the Cosby suite.
So they're most likely there in the 10 names.
Possibly.
There is
obviously innocent until proven guilty,
Oh, yeah,
but the timing kind of is sus. It's not good news for Diablo 4, although one man does not make a ship.
Yes.
I
think they can find somebody to...
Yeah, they can,
avoid.
If these 3 names are part of that group that was responsible for the absolutely horrendous working practices that were taking place at Blizzard, yes, they should be kicked the fuck out.
Yeah.
I totally 100%, they shouldn't be given a golden. If they've been given a golden, they shouldn't be. They should literally been told, get your bags, pack, get your desk cleared, get out. And so this may be a positive step, but until the details come out, we don't know.
Yeah. So what we do know is they were let go on Wednesday, so last Wednesday. Obviously not this Wednesday, or the Wednesday before that, because it doesn't matter. Sure.
The Wednesday just gone.
Yeah, Wednesday just gone. They were let go then, and the only thing Blizzard actually said was they basically confirmed that those 3 people had been let go. Now, there are a couple of other things about this. The other thing that they said was the basic corporate stuff of we have a deep, talented roster of developers already in place, and new leaders have been assigned where appropriate. We are confident in our ability to continue progress, deliver amazing experience to our players, and more forward to ensure a safe, productive work environment for all. That's literally all they said.
Yep.
Now, if you are an Overwatch fan, as you know, McCree is named after Jesse McCree.
Yeah.
There is actually a movement.
Well,
basically, they want McCree to be renamed.
Yeah, there are certain groups that want McCree to be renamed, and also the announcers for Overwatch have been trying to avoid saying his name.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I understand, because he's named after a person who
is linked to this very horrible
thing. But also, the character is not him. It just shares his name.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if they do rename him, that's not real. In my opinion, that's not really solving the issue, because that's just window dressing. That's
Yeah.
just like going, oh, he did a really bad thing. Let's just change the name, but not actually change the cause of why we let him do the shit he did.
Yeah.
If of course he did that shit. So like,
I think they should just keep the name McCree.
changing the name solves no problem. No issue. It doesn't solve anything.
Yeah.
You know, the root issue is the way that management and, you know, corporate just allowed this toxic, cancerous work environment to just grow and develop and fester. Yeah. That's the big issue. That's what the thing that you need to solve, right? Everything else is just fucking window dressing. Like, you have to solve the actual issue of the fact that you allowed this to get this bad. You know, and that goes all the way up to the top. Because, you know, Bobby Kotick is either incompetent and didn't know, or knew it was complicit.
Yeah.
Like, there's no middle ground. There's no middle ground for anyone in the senior management positions. Because that's the sort of shit you should know and stamp down on. And
well, it's the same. It's the same as Ubisoft.
It's the same as Ubisoft.
They're in the same boat as Ubisoft.
Yeah, they are in the exact same boat as Ubisoft.
As much as
which is again the
I'm getting a little bit annoyed with the media.
Oh, the games media, also known as the propaganda machine for the game industry.
I know, but like all of a sudden they were like reporting on the stuff, and now all of a sudden they're just like Blizzard's best buddies because the beta for Diablo 2 is coming out soon.
Fuck off.
And it's like,
go F yourself.
Like, okay, I get it, you've got a job to do, but there are things that are...
Look,
there are things more important than games.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? If the entire game industry came out and literally went, no, if the games media actually had a backbone, actually had journalistic ambitions instead of just being chummy with EA and Activision and Ubisoft, and you know, if they weren't just the personal mouthpieces for the AAA game industry, right? They could turn around and go, no, well, all of us are not going to fucking promote your shit.
We're not going to touch you.
We're not going to touch you.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, literally, Activision and Ubisoft right now should be considered fucking poison. Like, and this apathy of like, oh, this has been going on for too long, talk about something else. No, fuck off. Something this series you don't get to just shut up about.
Yeah, you have to keep bringing it up.
You know,
it's the only way it gets solved.
Yeah, it's literally like you have to boil the water, and you don't boil the water by just turning the Bunsen burner on and then switching it straight back off. No, you have to keep that fucker on.
Yeah,
that's how you turn up the fucking heat.
I mean, it's a good thing that they've let these three people go. If they are the ones,
if it is, and if they are part of the problem that was in that company, yes, like we said, this is not something that you can solve by sending people to seminars and management courses and equality bullshit. Like, no, you literally have to take a scalpel to these parts of the company and rip them fucking out. You blowtorch the fucking thing.
But let's be honest. I generally think all of them need to go. Bobby Kotick, Fran Townsend.
Yeah.
They all need to just...
I mean, to be perfectly honest, Fran Townsend took her get out of jail free card, being only there for 4 months, and decided to throw that in the fire when she opened her mouth and went, oh, I didn't.
Nothing's happened to me.
Me, an executive at the top of Activision Blizzard, who has the ability to literally fire people on the spot. I've not suffered any harassment. Well, fucking course not, you stupid person. Abuse happens to people in power downwards.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't go upwards. It goes down. People in the positions of power and authority do it to people below them because the people below them do not have the power to fight fucking back. That's how abuse happens.
Some people are just stupid. Literally just have to keep their mouth shut. And I think a lot of people would have been like, well, she's only been there for 4 months.
We'll give her a semi pass, but we're watching.
Yeah, that's
because you were part of the Bush administration, and boy, has repercussions of that happened recently. But anyway,
yeah, but oh god, the world's going to fucking hell.
And to be perfectly honest, I'm thinking like there has to be more.
Yeah, there's going to be
the situation like what was described as happening regularly 2 weeks ago. Now is it 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
What we discussed 2 weeks ago, the things that were apparently happening in that company. It's like 4 people are not responsible.
What needs to happen?
There's not just 4 people responsible.
What needs to happen is right. This is going to sound a bit weird, but Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Right. As soon as if any monster had something from the human world come in them.
Yeah.
Those guys in yellow
the
would just come straight in and just wreck the whole place and.
Yeah,
that's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
It just needs a clean, like a full detox thing.
Yeah.
Like there needs to be people in hazmat suits spraying the walls,
cordoned off the entire building for about a week. Yeah, but yeah, there's no curing this in a sense. This is a tumor that you have to pull out. And you have to pull it all out.
Oh yeah.
Not just some sacrificial people to keep the press or the fans compliant. No, you have to root it all out because otherwise you're just eventually you'll be back to square one.
Mm.
And unless you are an evil person, you really shouldn't want that. But then again, it is a AAA game industry.
I am glad that we haven't heard anything like, oh well, we're sending him on a what are they called, like a human decency seminar course things.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Did you remember? I think it was the 90s, and that was all the rage.
Oh,
if anybody ever did something wrong, they just got sent on one of those stupid seminar things, and then they got to come back all
as if nothing
happened. Like, come on. I mean, at least we're not getting that. But still, yeah. Unfortunately, that's all for Blizzard at the moment. There's nothing really else that's come out massively, other than obviously sponsors are pulling away from them.
Yeah.
Nothing's really come out about anything more about the lawsuit, but that's mainly probably because
it's a lawsuit. It's at the point where it's going to be seen by a judge.
Yeah.
So really, no one's going to talk about anything in case they fuck it up. And Activision Blizzard are probably going, we need to be very, very quiet because we're in the shit right now.
Yep. Activision are literally...
they also have...
Is it DEFCON 1 where Submarine has to go silent?
I think DEFCON 1 is when you launch the nukes.
Oh.
What's it
called when they have to go... I know there's radio silence, but I'm sure in World War
Silent running.
2... So silent running.
They have to go into silent running.
They have to go. So basically, we may not hear
There's
anything.
probably an actual official and military term, but I'm pretty sure silent running is also.
We may not hear anything from Activision Blizzard for a while.
Apart from people leaving
Blizzard
and people leaving the company.
Diablo 2's coming out. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Because of AAA game. Because game journalists are
if it was the
not
thing
journalists.
The thing is, if it was the actual game coming out and it was like, okay, this is the review,
yeah,
then fine. But it's just it's a beta.
Yeah.
And even then, I'm generally asking myself, why are you having a beta for this?
Yeah, it's
a remaster.
It's a remaster.
The game's already there.
All you have to
do is touch up the rough parts.
Yeah.
That's it.
You have the fucking original. I mean, granted, you probably have to rework it so that it works on modern systems.
Yeah.
And that's possibly why they want to test out how
it works.
How it works on modern systems. Because the best way to test how it works on the vast majority of the different permutations of all different PCs, the best way is a beta. Because you get a whole lot of people with a whole different PC setups and schematics and blah 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 blah, and then you can find out if something breaks. and how it breaks, and then you can figure out a fix. So having an open beta is not a bad thing. The thing I don't like is the fact that, you know, we're not even like, we're just not even a month since the shit dropped.
Yeah.
And the likes of Kotaku and
GameSpot,
Games
Radar,
the fucking the game sites are back to please, Mr. Activision, let us please have a preview build, please. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Front and center, Diablo 2.
Do you have? I mean, you know, in some cases, like for certain streamers and YouTubers whose sole content is Blizzard stuff.
Well, that's the thing. Those people are walking away from Blizzards.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, I can understand those people like trying to keep their heads under the covers, because it's like, well, my livelihood is on the line here. But like the game journalism is supposed to be about, you know, here the keys in the word journalism. You're supposed to have some fucking standards.
You know, integrity.
But
some integrity. Go to Randy Marsh. He's got some.
clearly.
Yeah, okay, integrity farm. But oh my God, it's just frustrating. You just see it and you're just kind of like, come on, guys.
This is the one.
It's been 2 weeks.
Like, I mean, on the other hand, right? On one side, you've got the absolute like frustration of the fucking games media, just literally becoming, you know, after the initial hoo-ha, once again being the little lapdog, yapping away, being a good little doggy. But on the other hand, you have the Blizzard staff that have been organising. I can't remember what the group's called, but they organised the group when the Union
did
Busters,
the walk, yeah,
they did the walk out, and the Union Busters came out,
yeah.
and they brought the Union Busting solicitors in, and they just like, but do you know what? No, fuck it. It's like almost like we brought in Union Busters to make sure there wasn't a union. However, that action pissed off the staff so much that they're probably going to get a union.
Yeah, they should do. They should do. Like I said, I think last week I said if a union doesn't come out of this,
I think with this group that the developing staff have made, it's a starting of one.
Yeah, there needs to be.
I think we all should support them.
Oh yeah,
in it.
We definitely should.
Yeah, it's like, look, games. The thing is like the usual arguments will come out like, oh, make games more expensive. Fuck off. It won't.
My argument to that is...
Well, it will, but not because
my
of the
argument to
reasons.
that is, did you pay £70 for Demon's Souls? If you did, get off. Just get off.
You make games more expensive. Blah, 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 blah. No, will it? Fuck.
I didn't. I got my Demon's Souls for, I think, 50 because I got it in a deal with my PS5.
Yeah, but no. The point I'm making is like, it's like,
oh, I know,
this is all bullshit.
Well,
this is the usual bullshit that's thrown out by corporations when they don't want a union to form, because it's like, oh, it'll make more things more expensive, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, you guys make more things more expensive. You guys decide not to pay your staff well. You guys pull all this bullshit. You guys make them form a union. And you guys then up the price. We're going to up the price anyway, but now you have a convenient excuse.
Well, they up the price anyway, so that Bobby Kotick can get his fucking bonus. like
Call of Duty should not be 70 quid.
No.
Shouldn't be. No, nowhere fucking near should it be 70 quid.
Black Ops should not have been.
The amount of
70
money
quid.
it makes, it should not. They shouldn't charge that much money for it. The amount of money it makes. And here's the thing, people. If it didn't make that much money, Activision would be making more games. But they're not.
Well, they would make more games, but then they would just send those developers to the salt mines.
Yeah, I know, but the point I'm making is like, what other game apart from Call of Duty are they are developing now?
I don't think
Exactly.
I think it's
don't
just
think
the
they
I
were.
think it's just the Blizzard games.
Yeah, it's just it's just literally Activision.
I can't-
Blizzard are making the Blizzard games, and then again, it's like nothing's coming out next year. Nothing's coming out in 2022.
No, it's not.
You know, Diablo 2 Remastered is the only thing that's coming out.
That's coming out this year.
There's no WoW expansion.
No.
Hearthstone's a free to play game.
Yeah. It's a terrible game anyway.
So apart from Call of Duty,
Aye.
apart from
But they've got Warzone now, so they just get money off that.
yeah, exactly. This is the point I'm making. Is like they make so much fucking money.
Yeah.
Like, if they couldn't afford to make the game and sell them at £50, Bobby Kotick shouldn't have gotten his $150 million.
Yeah.
If you can afford to pay your CEO for sitting on his ass and doing jack fucking shit, because let's be honest, people.
Wait, hold on. He stood in front of 2 Skylanders pictures and had his photo taken. I'll have you know. All right.
And let's be honest, people. Right? Either Bobby Kotick did nothing about the abuse that was going on in Blizzard, or was complicit in it. You know, it's the same thing. Either he was ignorant and didn't do anything about it, or he was complicit in it. Take your pick. Take your pill. Which pill do you want? Because both of them are not good.
Both of them suck. It's just mind-boggling the world.
Well, yeah,
especially games media.
like the argument of fucking unions make things more expensive is absolute fucking bullshit.
I don't even understand how that is an argument.
It's because a union has more negotiating power, which means staff end up getting paid more, which means terms and conditions are better, which means staff are better looked after, which means they don't get they aren't forced to work 100 hours in a week, right? So the CEOs and the executives look at that and go, "Oh, we can't whip them like we used to. Oh no." Oh,
what do? We
won't make $100 billion. We'll just make $90 billion. Oh, we can't have that.
Just send. I don't know. What they should do is like just the shareholders. Just one of them just doesn't get the bonus. One of them, it's they all put their names in a hat.
Oh no! I know exactly which shareholder should not get their bonuses. Bobby Kotick.
Is he a shareholder? He's a CEO.
Yes, he has shares.
Oh, okay.
He has shares in Activision Blizzard because some of his bonuses are shares in Activision Blizzard.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's how they get around with some of the tax dodging bullshit. Because they go, "Oh, well, we're not actually giving him money; we're giving him shares."
God, that sucks. That sucks so much. But yeah, I think that's it for Blizzard. Unfortunately,
it's not good news.
No, it's not good news, but it's not going to be good news.
In one hand, it's not good news for the games, but
let's be honest, they're not winning this lawsuit. Let's be honest.
On the other hand, if they are like some of the people responsible for what has been described recently, yes, they deserve to go, and that is good news. That is good news for the people working, because here's the thing: people are more productive when they aren't stressed out, tired, worried about their job.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Just getting rid of those 3 isn't gonna.
They need to continue. They need to continue.
Working conditions is not good either. So
yeah, they need to continue with this, and they need to improve. And like we say, if since HR has proven that they're just basically a mouthpiece for the corporation and won't actually help the staff have no other alternative than to unionize.
Yes.
Which is a really hard thing to do in the United States because you mention anything remotely close to the word socialism, and my God, it's almost as if it's a vampire's reaction to garlic,
or the sun, or a cross.
Oh, it's just like, if you want to terrify an American, if you want to terrify a rich American,
just say union.
Just say the word union.
Good to go. Right, shall we move on? Let us move on to. It actually looks like, and these are rumours. Before we go anywhere, these are rumours. The GTA trilogy that was on the PS2 is going to get remastered.
Yes. So that is Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City,
The best Grand
arguably
Theft
the
Auto.
best one,
No. There's no argument in it.
and San Andreas.
It is the best Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah.
I will fight anybody who has to say says anything different.
My one here's the thing, because I've heard some rumors about this as well, and that's one of the rumors is like it's going to be developed for modern console, PC, and mobile. Now, modern console, PC, okay, mobile, and this is Take-Two.
Oh God, yeah.
I have a bad feeling about
I have a
this
bad feeling about
because not only here's the thing also like apparently there was a patch come out for Grand Theft Auto 4 and it removed songs.
Oh,
Yeah, which means if they do this, because they are lazy ass bastards at Take-Two that won't want to get the licenses for all the songs they had before, it'll probably be butchering one of the, like, for example, Vice City's amazing soundtrack. Yeah, I think the PC version had Billie Jean took out of it.
oh, God damn it, man!
Like, what the fuck? And like, the song that's literally synonymous with Grand Theft Auto 4.
Mm.
They removed that one as well, apparently.
Oh,
From
all
Grand
right.
Theft Auto 4. And I'm like, I mean, you're gambling to kids. Surely you have enough money to fucking give to the fucking other corporate leeches at the fucking music industry. Because let's all be honest, the artists aren't getting this money. It's the fucking...
Oh yeah,
It's the
it's
fucking
the studios.
It's the studios, the music studios, and fucking promoters and all that fucking bullshit.
You know, the ones that actually don't do anything.
Yeah, the ones, the fucking leeches.
And before anyone says anything, I know the music industry. Yes, they do not. These people who are getting the money, they actually do not do anything. They don't. They're not the talent. They're not even anywhere near the talent. They are the people who sit at the top of the tower and just sit there and sign a piece of paper, and that is literally all they do. They don't do anything else with the acts.
Like unless a band or an artist is fully independent, they get fuck all for the effort that they put into it.
I think in the music industry, it's when you're actually signed to a label, it's the money you get. I think it's like 45%. A lot of them are like 45% from the album sales.
Yeah.
This could be wrong. This was like years ago.
Yeah.
So this could be wrong. This was back when I was like helping out with like sound checks and shit like that for studios and shit. But it's like 45% of albums, and most of their actual money comes from ticket sales for their tours. That's where most of their money comes from.
Yeah, which is why you see a lot of
It's
why
why
they are on tour for so long.
Yeah, it's why you see like massive tours, especially in America. I think America's worse than over here with their percentages of what the bands get.
And if you think about it, right? If it wasn't for the artist and the songwriter, because like songwriters get even worse deals.
Oh yeah,
Like if you're a songwriter but you don't actually perform the songs
there
you
are
write,
songwriters in America who have and over here actually. There are songwriters who like their literal payment is a credit.
Yeah.
In the song.
That's it. No money. No money. You know, they've done is just provided the lyrics to an absolutely amazing song that would not be as amazing without those lyrics. But no, you just get your name on the back of the CD. It's perfectly fine.
But yeah, the music industry is another one.
Yeah, like
the music industry is another one that is
the
just
AAA game industry, the music industry, and the film industry are just fucking.
well, no, the
entertainment, all entertainments,
all digital entertainment is just full
absolute fucking shite.
It's full of scumbags. They just are. That have absolutely nothing to do with the talent, have absolutely nothing to do with the actual project that's making the money.
Yeah.
But they
reap all the rewards for it because they're just all lovely dovely
but it is
already.
Yeah, it is what it is. At the moment, eventually it will change. Like what was I going to say? Oh, this is one of the things that Fleetwood Mac, Mick Fleetwood.
Yeah.
it's one of the things that he fought, and it's the reason why the music industry isn't as bad as what it was. Because like the music industry is bad now.
Yeah, Mick Fleetwood took them to court because he got nothing from his music. It was just like, what the when I remember listening to the story, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
An absolute nightmare for bands and artists back in like the 60s and 70s.
Yeah. You literally had to be as big as the Beatles. Sort of thing,
you had
to be able to.
Yeah. You had to be like Elvis and stuff like that to
which is
really have any control over what you
bullshit. Because all you have to do is look at what's been thrown out by the major record labels and go, oh yeah, so that's a cookie cutter, that's a cookie cutter, that's a cookie cutter, that's a cookie cutter.
I can't
and don't get me wrong, there's some that are really good, but like the vast majority of it, and you can tell like for some of them, it's like the artist has no control over what they've been taught, what they've produced, and it's usually really, really shit.
The boy bands and girl bands and that. Well, girl groups and boy groups, I should say. They're the prime example of ones that really don't have any control over what's going on.
You have to literally you literally have to go through like 3 albums before you actually get
there's a reason why One Direction only lasted 2 years. Was it 3? They didn't last very long.
No.
But there's a reason why. It's because they all actually wanted to do
other things.
I actually kind of like, as much as I didn't like One Direction, I actually have respect for them because they all wanted to do
other things,
their own music, and they weren't being allowed to. So a lot of them just
I think
this shit.
What was it? One of the last songs they released was actually not bad.
I don't know. I did.
But the thing is, like you listen to it, it was like unless someone told you it was a One Direction song, I would not have recognized it as a One Direction song. And I can't remember which song it is. But anyway,
I listened to the only song by One Direction I've ever heard is that "You Don't Know You're Beautiful" thing. And that's only because where I worked, it's on the radio.
All the time.
Almost all the time. So that's the only reason why I know that that's One Direction. But it is what it is. For the music industry,
for the entertainment, and all versions of the entertainment industry.
All versions of... But the good thing about all these industries is, like, the independent scenes are coming up.
Yeah.
Like
and there's some of them that are starting to show like, hey, you don't need
the independent music
people.
The independent music scene is very, very
which
good.
Is just off another sidetrack off a sidetrack.
Yeah,
boxing. Even though Logan Paul literally, I look at him and go, you're just he's not a nice person, but him and Jake have shown that you don't need a boxing promoter to make things happen.
Really? Now? Of all times?
Like, so, if they've done one good thing is that they've, in a sense, if not broken, weakened the power of the boxing promoter. Because, like, it's not as bad as it used to be, but, like, the whole thing of, like, we want to see Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
We want to see that fight. And it can't happen at the moment because they're too big. Like they were negotiating, and now Deontay Wilder wants his third match for whatever reason. But anyway, like the independent scene getting more prevalent.
Yeah, the independent scene in the music industry is very good.
Yeah,
like it's very, very good. The films, like there's a lot of. The good thing about the independent scene in the films is like you get a lot of like the weird artsy movies.
Yeah.
But the good thing about that is in that space, a lot of like the up and coming directors come along, and that's where they try their.
Also, like, and this is one of the best things about like the expansion of media in the internet age, is that it's more accessible to more people, which is a good thing. There's still bullshit to go through, and
it's just in my opinion, it's just the independent gaming industry.
The independent gaming industry. I'll let you finish.
It's just them, because half the time I feel like the gaming media is literally trying to hold them down.
I think they've got the independent gaming scene has 2 issues. One is the problem with the media, literally just like deliberate. At times, it feels like deliberately ignoring them. And secondly, stuff like Steam, because Steam doesn't curate its shit.
Yeah.
The independent games just get swamped by a whole bunch of fucking asset flips.
Yeah, and you've got to like, I've got to be honest, like you do have to swim through.
It's a lot of shit crap to swim through.
You can't just like go into Steam and just like browse the games. Cause, like,
I'd love to. I would love to browse the Steam store page. I would love to do that.
I think it's my.
The problem is that I
thing.
literally go in and go, there's a 50 pence game. What's this? Oh, it looks like 20 of other 50 pence games.
It's the thing that I have that I think the Epic Store has over Steam.
It's quality control.
It's got quality control.
It still doesn't have a shopping cart, but
hey, I know. I think it does now. I think it does now.
Holy shit!
I think it does now.
The modern age has arrived.
I know.
It's the future.
I would get the Epic Store if I didn't have to download Fortnite on my PC, because I don't want Fortnite. Don't give me Fortnite. It's like Steam when I first downloaded that and it automatically downloaded Dota. I don't want Dota. Don't give me Dota. Look, put it up for free and then have a button that lets me download it if I want it. That's perfectly fine. But like,
don't force me to
download it.
Yeah, that's like fucking. That'd be like.
That'd be like Blizzard remaking a game and then remaking a game, making it
worse, and then having it overwrite the original game for people who have it already owned. Oh wait, they did actually.
Yeah, they did that. But yeah, the independent scene for a lot of the entertainment industry is looking good. And to be fair, Netflix is doing very well. I mean, granted, they do kind of fall into the trap of let's have this character black and that's his only feature. Yeah. That's his whole character.
That's his whole character.
They do fall into that trap sometimes.
And it's like you could make this character.
You could make them an actual person.
You could make them a person with faults and flaws, but goals and ambitions. Make us care about him. But if you actually put a character behind this facade, we might actually care about him, and then the message that you want to send us would actually have an impact. But that would take time.
I do feel like sometimes I do feel like they have the CW values for some of these shows. Oh my god, Rivendell! Oh my god, do not watch Rivendell. Is it Rivendell or is it Riverdale? Riverdale or Rivendell? I'm going to say Rivendell. It sounds better.
Yeah, I think it's Riverdale.
It's the remake of Archie and Jughead and that.
I think it's Riverdale because
they've turned them from being a comic to a angsty teen emo-y thing, and it's it's awful.
I'm sorry, the 1990s called that's
it's
their stick.
So bad. Like Twilight called it wants its fucking non-dialogue back. Like, oh my god, I put it on and I thought, all right, so they're gonna make this into a weird murder mystery thing, and there's a murder mystery thing going on, but it's like the murder mystery is like the background thing, and they did what it's the same thing, and I think it is the CW that did it, but it's literally like, yeah, the main story that you're supposed to be following is the background story, but everybody getting into relationships, that's the thing that we're going to put front and centre. And I'm just like, I just want to know who the killer is.
Look, okay. CW, I'm going to give you some advice, right? You want to do stuff with relationships, just get broadcast rights to EastEnders, Home and Away, Coronation Street.
Just get broadcast.
Just get the soaps. Just bring the soaps over from Australia and Britain. That's all you need to do. That's pretty much all that is.
Get good old neighbours. Good old neighbours.
Just do that, because clearly you don't want to put any effort into actually doing it yourself.
And then there's the fucking Flash, which the first season was pretty good, but then
the Flash is basically not about the Flash.
Yeah, the Flash isn't about the Flash, and Barry Allen has the same character arc every season, and he constantly gets told, and I'm not even kidding, like the amount of characters he gets into, these like really like problematic points for his life, and then literally all anybody says to him is "Run, Barry, run," and that's it. It's the same thing
like,
over and over and over again.
They do know Flash is like one of the smartest people in DC.
Yes.
Like, he's that smart, he can out-computer
A computer.
Batman's computer. Like, he can work things out faster because he's just that smart and that fast. Like, his brain works that fast because he's the Flash. Blah, 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 blah. Shocking, huh? Shocking.
Yeah, that's the other problem with the show. Barry goes from being, like, really, really good and awesome to... He's like the secondary character.
Yeah.
And he sucks.
Just...
And he's terrible. And he can't... Like, his powers are like... They're either really, really good or they're really... No, that's not...
That's not how the Speed Force works. But anyway.
Massive tangent. Massive tangent. I just want to, like... There's things I just want to get
There's
off my chest.
There's things in the entertainment industry that we really need to
I
get
like
off our
DC.
chest.
I like DC Comics, but lately they've just, like... They've been really getting on my nerves. They've been really getting on my nerves, and I just want to hit bang my head against the wall.
It's the whole thing of, like, we're going to change all your favourite characters, and if you don't like that, that's your fault.
You're racist.
And I'm like, but I just don't understand. It's like, if you want these, like, issues done, you have people on your roster, people in your
that
gallery
you can lift up.
that you can push up to promote those issues. You know, like, it's not...
But no, what we're going to do instead...
All it would take is for you to actually put some time and effort into that character to make people care about them.
But instead, what we're going to do... I mean, we could do that. But J.J. Abrams could do that. Well, I was going to call him Jar Jar Abrams there.
I mean, to be honest, that would be an improvement. If Jar Jar Binks had directed the sequel trilogy, at least we would have gone, well, it's shit, but then it's Jar Jar.
Of course, it's but what's he gonna do? No, we're gonna have Clark Kent, but he's black now.
Why?
That's not gonna
You
solve.
have Steel. You have Steel. He is literally.
Well, you have
I find the thing is, like, I find Steel. I look at Steel because he's just an ordinary guy who's really strong, and he's an engineer. He's a weapons engineer. That's his whole shtick. That's why he makes a Superman iron suit. And I find when I was introduced to that character, I thought, oh my god, he is the coolest of the lot.
Oh yeah, the Rise of the Superman. Steel looked so bad.
Steel was just like I was rooting for Steel. I was like, I don't give a shit who the other lot are. I'm backing this guy.
And his fucking giant fuck off hammer as well. It's just like, oh my god, he looks so cool.
It's like, yes, give me more of him. Give me more of him.
The only two that I liked from the Rise of the Superman was
Superboy.
Is it Kevin Connors?
Yeah, Kevin Connors. I think it's Kevin Connors, Superboy.
Actually, that might be Ben 10.
Oh, well, anyway,
Superboy,
who is
he's the clone. I thought was quite interesting. And because
he's an arrogant little brat.
Yeah,
he's an arrogant little brat, but he's great. And then Steel, who has this whole thing of like, these awful weapons, I made them, so I'm going to have to deal with this shit. Like this whole redemption.
Yeah, he does. He kind of goes the. Like the Iron Man sort of thing.
It's like, I made this fucking bull. I mean, there's a lot of links to Iron Man with Steel, but like,
I think the only he's like, because he's not rich. He like made the weapons for somebody, and it like wasn't his company, and he works in a junkyard.
Yeah, but like, I loved Steel. Steel was I absolutely, literally out when when the Rise of the Superman came out, and I read it, I nicked all the brothers comic to read him, and when they introduced Steel, I was like, okay, I'm following this dude. I want to know where this goes because I love it. And it's like you have characters already. Just put some time and effort into them.
Well, that would mean that I actually have to have good writers.
Yes, that's also.
And they don't have that either. Well, I mean, they do, but the good writers are already busy with stuff.
Yes. Like Jonathan Hickman is busy currently absolutely knocking things out of the park for the X-Men.
Yeah. And that it is, again, the comics is the same as them.
Yeah, it's all
although King Spawn is killing it at the moment. It's fucking mint. It's generally good to see Spawn back on top.
A Western comic got the #1 spot in sales.
Yep. It actually beat manga.
And
it's King Spawn.
And it's fucking Spawn.
It's fucking bad. It's awesome to see
because there was no way in hell a Marvel or DC fucking comic.
It is good to see Spawn back up there again.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I fucking love Spawn, man. Like he is essentially 90s. He is the 90s hero. He is buff, big buff, giant guns everywhere.
Anti-hero. He is literally the He is the comic book version of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, he's just awesome.
He's not really a good guy. He's not a good person. He just he just sides with the homeless in Rat City, and it's like, no, these are my people.
The people he beats up just are generally worse than him.
Yeah. Like Chapel, who's still like that design for Chapel is still like one of the best designs I've ever seen. It's like, dude.
To be honest with you, a lot of the villains for Spawn, the villain designs are fucking amazing.
Violator,
the Freak, Overkill. Overkill is a badass.
Oh my god!
This is the giant fucking cyborg. Oh my god! I'm fucking gushing now. Actually, I might have to get my old Spawn comic books out.
Start reading them again.
Just reading them again.
Anyway, I think we'll end that.
We're not ending it because we've got.
Yeah, I mean, ending this little segment.
Ending this little segment with the Grand Theft Auto trilogy might be coming back. Huge tangent.
What a tangent!
We went all over the place with that one.
God's sake, we were aiming for London and it ended up at Timbuktu.
Well, to be fair, I'd rather go to Timbuktu.
Yes.
And we're English, all right? We know what we're talking about.
But just to finish off on Grand Theft Auto, I don't see the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, 3, Vice City and San Andreas. They are 3 generations old now.
Yes.
It all came out on the 2. So it's one of those where it's like, yeah, it's been a while that a remaster is valid.
I think next year is an anniversary though.
Yeah.
For at least 3.
The problem is, right, and this is the thing, right, is that 2K has literally thrown out a whole bunch of DMCAs against modders.
Yeah.
Because the modders were trying to basically put Vice City-esque stuff or San Andreas-esque stuff into the Grand Theft Auto 4 engine, because it was a little fan projects and all that sort of stuff. Modders doing what modders do.
Yeah.
Make cool shit.
Which reminds me...
And 2K just basically went, fuck you. You're not allowed good things.
That actually reminds me, I need to keep an eye on the Miami...
Oh, Fallout.
I need to have a look at that.
Yeah.
I have been keeping an eye on it, but I haven't looked at it in a while.
I need to get catch up.
Because I do want to download that. So that looks really cool.
But my worry is that because it's 2K, because they've decided to ban all these fan-made mods, and some of them were looking really good. Like there was one who literally made Vice City from scratch. From scratch, making all the assets himself, using none of the fucking original stuff, and he got hit with a DMCA by 2K. And you just know the remaster that 2K are going to give us ain't going to be as good as what these modders are probably going to give us.
Yeah, probably.
Because the moment you mention mobile...
See, my thing for that is, because I'm an optimist, and I'm looking on the thing, at least this is what I would do. The console and the PC versions would be the remaster, and the mobile version would be the original games.
Yes, but
that's what I would do.
That's what you would do. This is 2K on the other hand.
But I've got a bad feeling.
2K, basically, we're just going to get a fucking washed down, cheap as, fucking slightly better.
If I don't right. So this is the way I'm going to see it. This is the way I reacted to it. Right. So especially with what you're saying with the music. If Vice City, if they remaster those games and they come out, and Vice City does not have Hall & Oates, Out of Touch, that game does not exist to me. It is non-existent. Those games do not exist.
You're out of touch.
Do not get me.
Also, Owner of a Lonely Heart.
Owner of a Lonely Heart by
I think it's a yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I think. Could be wrong.
But,
I don't think I am.
Yeah,
but I
Owner
could
of
be wrong.
Alone Here, and a ton of other songs. Welcome to the Jungle.
That's San Andreas.
That was San Andreas.
Although that's Guns N' Roses, so you know that song's not going to be on.
Yeah, that's not going to be on soundtrack.
That's not going to be on. Oh hell no! hell no! Axl Rose is going to want his freaking money for that.
Yes, he is. But yeah, so if the music, I think if the music's not going to be on, I'm a little bit worried because like. Especially for San Andreas, I think the music really did make that game.
Yes.
Like, it didn't matter what you were doing. You would just... I would always be halfway through a quest and
there was
just
a
be
radio station, like, usually, like, the Grand Theft Auto, there's usually, like, the radio station for each sort of type. And, like, every single one in San Andreas had at least one song that everyone liked.
Vice City, just every radio station was fantastic.
Well, yeah, because it was they hit that soundtrack out of the friggin' park.
Vice City soundtrack is absolutely fantastic.
But yeah, I'm worried that like because this is the thing, right? When you talk about remasters, the standard now is Demon Souls. That's the standard. Like that's if you want to remaster something, if you're going to remaster something,
yeah.
Like I'm not saying it should look as gorgeous as
I
Demon
would actually
Souls.
argue that the standard is the Insane trilogy. That's the standard because I think Blue Point just absolutely overdid it.
Well, no, the thing is, right, the
Insane
Insane trilogy is on the PS4.
Yeah.
Right? And
do you actually think they're going to release this only on the PS5?
It depends when they announce it's going to get released.
I think it's going to get released on the PS4 and Xbox One.
Possibly.
Because also you got to remember almost all the games.
The thing is that I don't think it's even going to look as good as that.
Yeah.
No.
Mm.
I don't think it's going to look as good as the remastered or reignited.
I don't think so. I think it's going to look like 5. That's what I think it's going to look like.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
So I think it's going to look like that.
I don't think it's going to look like that.
You think it's going to look worse than Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes, it is. You're talking about 3 games in one. One the size of San Andreas. You've got San Andreas and Vice City and Liberty City.
Well, Grand Theft Auto 5 is...
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5 is a very big game, yes. But, again, we're talking about 2K here. And Rockstar.
Yeah, that's true.
Whose last game was Grand Theft Auto 5.
No, it was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. But when was the last time they released an actual decent game?
Red Dead Redemption 2 is a good game. It's the online mode that sucks. Same with Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 5 is a good game.
The worry is that I don't like okay, so Red Dead Redemption 2 is the last game. It's the last game they released, right? And they've done fuck all since then.
Yeah, but that's Rockstar though. That's what they do. They release a game and then 10 years later.
But here's the thing, right? Grand Theft Auto 5 released on the PS3.
Yes. And then they did a
PS4 version.
They've done
and now they've done a PS5 version.
Yeah, they've done they're doing a Skyrim.
And Red Dead Redemption is the only game they released on the PS4 and Xbox One. Right? They've not, apart from like doing the bullshit online shit.
That's the reason though, because they've got Grand Theft Auto Online, so they've been doing all that stuff. That's why.
Yeah, it's just I'm seriously concerned because I don't think they're going to do what you would say they should do, which is basically have the original games ported to mobile and then have remasters on the new consoles. I think they're going to make something that can work on a mobile and have it release it on all of them. Yeah, and that's not gonna.
Do you not think it'd be funny if it looked like Genshin Impact? I think it'd be hilarious.
I think it's going to look worse than Genshin Impact.
I don't mean anime style. What I mean is like the shell shaded.
Yeah.
That sort of art style. But yeah. Oh my god.
I don't think it's going to look as good as people think it's going to look. So is it going to be free then? If it's going to mobile? I honestly don't fucking know.
I can't imagine it being free.
I don't know. And more importantly, I'm kind of like, if you're gonna fuck it up, I don't care.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
Anyway.
Enough on to that. Let's go on to the last bit of news, and I'm talking about this because I like the game. So, apparently, a Sly Cooper 5 is in the works. It's in development.
Now that's Insomniac?
No.
It's
Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch. That's who. I was trying to remember what games they tease inside Sly Cooper, because they always tease their other games. And Sucker Punch teased, well, not teased, but had references to Infamous.
Yes. Well, in Ghost of Tsushima, you can actually colour Jin in the Sly Cooper, and it's actually like depending on what you wear.
There's a costume that
technically
makes him look like Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper.
That's pretty cool.
It's actually a trophy.
Ah. And you know this because you got that trophy.
Yes, I've got all the trophies. But yeah, Sly Cooper 5 is apparently in the works, which is alright. I like the Sly Cooper games. I wasn't a massive fan of the last one. I do prefer the original 3, but yeah, the last one was alright.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I did well, and it's a 3D platformer.
It's a 3D platformer, which is your jam.
Yeah, I like 3D platformers. There's actually a new one just come out called Blue Fire, I think, and that looks pretty cool. I might get that and play that.
Might tie you over till Kana comes out.
Yeah. Oh, that looks so fucking cool. But actually, speaking of Sucker Punch, they've got the Director's Cut of Ghost of Tsushima is out next week.
Yes, PS5.
The 20th of August?
PS5. It'll be really interesting to see how that absolutely gorgeous game on the PS4 looks when it's specifically
I need to find out.
PS5.
I need to find out what part of the story you go to the next island, so I can speed run New Game Plus and get to that point, and then we can start recording again. But yeah, this is cool. The last, to be fair, I'm actually quite surprised that there is doing one, because I think
the thing is, though, like the fact that like we've had a medieval remaster. Crash Bandicoot did so well. Spyro did so well. Ratchet and Clank has done really well.
Yeah, it has.
Like, it's shown that there is still a market for the platformer games, and there's always a platform for every genre of gaming. There is a market for it. You just have to, not make a cheap and shit game.
Yes.
EA,
Activision,
Ubisoft, Take-Two.
Unfortunately, there's no actually like words on what it is.
Also adding to that list, Capcom.
Oh yeah, Capcom. Oh, let's be honest. Let's be fair to Capcom. They've been knocking it out of the park.
That's very true. But with Resident Evil 6 is a thing.
Yes, and when Street Fighter 5 first came out,
yes,
that did happen,
yes.
And Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is a thing as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Monster Hunter,
No, the point.
Let's be honest. Monster Hunter literally just like goes there.
The point I'm trying to make is like, yes, there are some niche genres, but like if you market your game right and make it a good game and give it realistic expectations, EA,
Activision, Capcom.
Yeah.
Fucking Resident Evil 7 didn't make $1 billion.
What the fucking hell are you?
Come on, Capcom. They've not been like this.
Sega.
To be fair, they've not. Again, Capcom have not been like that for years now. So, to be fair to Capcom, that's.
Yeah, but all Sega, Alien Isolation
didn't do as well as we thought it would.
It's a fucking horror game.
That's one of those like, just take this baseball bat and hit yourself with it, because I'm done.
I'm too tired to hit you. Can you just run into my fist?
The other thing is, Sly Cooper is a PlayStation.
It's a PlayStation exclusive and a fan favorite.
As much as Sony just kind of sometimes want to make you bash your head against the wall, Sony do like to be, oh well, we could do this.
Yeah.
You know, they do like to do that.
Yeah,
every
they
now
can
and then.
every now and then, which is really, really good. The thing is, I was like, can they just stop being?
Can you stop being weird with indie developers, please?
Can I'm eventually going to throw the fucking is it Immortal? No, the meme. Think.
Oh, Invincible.
Invincible meme. I'll eventually throw the
Think,
Invincible.
Sony, think!
Think, Sony, think. If you stop being such a dick, people will like you more.
Indie developers will like you more.
Yeah.
If you stop being fucking weird. Why have you got to be so fucking weird? Oh my god.
But yeah. Another side game is good.
It's
news.
another 3D platformer. So
It's another 3D
I'm very happy about
platformer.
it.
I like this, and I love to see, like, I like all games. Like, I like my strategy. I like platformers.
Not necessarily by Sucker Punch.
Oh,
That's put me back a little bit.
yeah, that could be either a good thing or a bad thing. Anyway, I like all types of genres. There's not like there is like I love my strategy games. My 4X strategy games especially. Even if I am kind of shit at them, but you know, then Humankind's coming out soon this week. I think this weekend. So yeah. Anyway, but like I love when like genres that have like been set back a bit because of bullshit, basically,
Or just time.
or time. Like the fact that some 2D scrolling beat 'em ups have come back, and it's just like it's so good. Like
no.
River City Girls is such a lovely game. It's amazing.
What's that one that was crowdfunded?
Over.
Matt McMuscles.
Yeah, Matt McMuscles did it.
That's really good.
that is a
a
really
very good game.
That is a very good.
Streets of Rage 4 is fantastic.
But
I'm liking the fact that like actual open world games are coming out. As
yeah,
well. Not just the Ubisoft fucking put a pin on a board somewhere. Open world
fill the
game.
entire map with shit.
Like an actual open world games are like. Well, actually, people are actually doing things with that open world.
Yeah, they're filling it full of interesting stuff.
Horizon and Ghost of Tsushima are like prime examples of this.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima kind of almost falls into with too much busy work, but there's enough interesting, cool things in it.
Yeah, I would argue. I think it's just about enough.
Yeah,
I don't think there's that much busy work.
There's not. In other words, there's not too much because you've got all the shrines and all the crickets gat and all the blah 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 blah. Like that's what I mean. It's
but that's what I mean. But the thing is, like, there's only 20.
Yeah. No. What I'm saying is that they've put enough cool things in the world that you don't notice.
Yeah.
Like there's always something like, ooh, what's that over there?
Yeah. Also, there's always. It's not like Assassin's Creed or. I think Horizon does this as well, but like it's not just there's collectibles about for you to get, and Ghost of Tsushima goes there's collectibles about to get, and then when you're close to one, a bird will show up, and it'll take you to the collectible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, ooh, what's this?
So
there's something that always distracts you.
It like kind of like balances that out.
The point I'm making is like Horizon Zero Dawn and Ghost of Tsushima stray away. They fill their worlds with stuff to do, but it's interesting. And it's not like Ubisoft's fucking just map full of shit.
Yeah.
Of just boring ass, simple fucking ass things of like, oh well, there's a radio tower over here. There's this here, and that's this.
Let's go play Far Cry.
There's this thing here that's also over here, and also over here, and also over here, and also it's like, Jesus fucking. The Ubisoft stuff is not interesting, is what I'm trying to basically get at. Like 90% of Ubisoft's collecting crap.
Do you remember? I remember Assassin's Creed 2. All it had was 100 feathers.
Yes.
That was the only collectibles. Yeah. The rest was like there were collectibles, but it was like puzzles that you had to do. Yeah. To do them, like the
tombs, the tombs and the glitches.
That. Yeah.
Oh, the glitches were so.
So it wasn't just like go over here and pick this thing up. That was only the feathers, and there was only 100 of them. Yeah. To which, to be fair, there was free maps. There's free maps in Assassin's Creed 2.
No, I think there was 4.
Well, there's 4 if you count the hub.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway,
yeah, sliding away again. We're doing that a lot. Yeah, so apparently Sly Cooper 5's coming. More 3D platformers. Fantastic news. Fantastic news. But I think that's about it. Not a lot of news other than that, really. We could talk about the new season pass on Warzone. That's a thing.
No. No. Wasn't there something else we were wanting to mention? And it's completely gone now.
I can't remember.
It got into the back of my head. I was like, okay, just mention this, and it's gone.
Dr. Disrespect is starting his own game studio.
Oh, yes.
Now, I've never, ever in my life watched Dr. Disrespect.
Yes.
So I have absolutely no idea.
He is a very big streamer.
Yeah, a huge
was
streamer.
Banned on Twitch
for reasons
that have yet to be announced.
No, I think they were. I think they were told.
Well, no, there's rumours of why.
Yeah.
But it's never been officially acknowledged by Twitch or Dr. Disrespect of the actual reason.
Well, I know he's still asking why.
Yeah. I think he has a suspicion of why, but like Twitch hasn't come out and officially and said why.
Well,
but he moved to YouTube and streams there, and he's huge.
I think he's YouTube's biggest streamer.
Well, he was one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, and YouTube isn't as big as Twitch. So the moment he turned up on, it was like, "Yep, I'm here."
I think he's the biggest streamer on YouTube.
And at least Dr. Disrespect went to a platform that wasn't going to die, unlike certain others.
You're fucking ninja, man.
Anyway,
fucking ninja.
I think a person. Yeah, I don't see him make. Yeah, good luck for it.
Yeah.
I hope he does well.
Yeah.
You know, he's an avid gamer. Clearly, he knows what
can
and can't work.
He seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah. So
especially on the business side of things.
Yeah. Because he's clearly made a lot of money. So good luck to him, and
hopefully your first game's good.
Yeah.
Here's fingers crossed. All that.
And it doesn't even. I'm not even cared if it's something that's tailored towards me. I don't care. I hope it's a good game and it does well.
More studios means more competition, means good stuff.
Which means better games.
Yeah.
And therefore we all win.
Unless all the games come out at the same time and then we're all fucked.
Unless you're ate by EA. And then...
Yeah, don't get eaten by EA. Or get put into the salt mines.
Of Activision. The Call of Duty salt mines.
Oh, you did really well. The Crash Bandicoot game did really well. The Tony Hawk's games have done really well. Vicarious Visions, Toys for Bobs, get in the mines.
Make armor pads.
Make that armor. Draw a skull on that shoulder pad. But yeah, I think we'll leave it there.
I remember when Call of Duty had a logo editor. That was better times. Anyway,
I had a B. I made a B.
I made the red faction symbol.
I was originally going to try and make it heartless.
Yeah.
It didn't come out right, so I just changed it into a B.
I actually made, because I think you remember me showing you. I literally made the red faction symbol.
Oh god, I love that game.
I always made the red faction symbol. It was like, no, this is mine. This is mine because red faction is amazing.
I loved Red Faction. I liked Red Faction 2. Wasn't brilliant, but I liked Red Faction 2. Guerrilla was alright, apart from the fact that most of it was just a giant bare open desert with nothing in it. But it was alright. The whole
the building collapsing stuff was fucking.
It was
fun
fantastic. Honestly, I wouldn't say no to a new Red Faction,
especially with the technology now.
Yeah,
can you imagine? It's like part of me is hoping that they've got proper destruction in Battlefield 2042. Yeah. I really hope they've got proper destruction because I'm looking at that giant tornado going through the city and I'm like
thinking, oh my god, that's going to be awesome.
That's going to be epic. I hope it's epic. I hope it's not just random. I want the buildings to collapse in on themselves. And
that would be cool. Unfortunately, I do not think that's going to
happen. I don't think it's going to happen either.
I think maybe the smaller
because I guarantee you the first time that happens, the servers will crash.
Yeah.
Also, even if the technology can handle it, I don't think the servers will.
Yeah. Also, it'll just be a repeat of the China level from Battlefield 4.
Oh, where it was a scripted collapse.
Yeah.
I think like a single player game, you might be able to get away with it technologically wise nowadays. I think the fact that it's going to be online means that you've also got to think like there's 132 people that are witnessing this at the same time, and it's all going to have to fall the same way, and it's all going to have to collapse the same way, and have everyone end up at the same spot for everyone else. Like, oh god, that would be a nightmare to code. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Online, it's not simple.
But there you go. Yeah. But anyway, I think we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
I think we'll leave it there. I do hope you've enjoyed this chat, and we'll see you in the next ones. Oh, if you've got any comments about anything that we said, just leave them down below. Thanks very much, guys. Bye.
Toodles.